Hi everyone, welcome to another yoga practice with me, Korrie. We're here in New Zealand. Together today we're going to go through a beautiful morning sequence that is appropriate for all levels of yogis. But as always, when you arrive to your yoga mat, it's really important that you tune into what your body is asking for today. Especially if you're taking this class on in the morning space, you're going to want to be really gentle and wake yourself up slowly. I'll offer modifications throughout the practice so that no matter what you're looking for, there's something for everyone in every shape and form of body that shows up today. When you're ready, we'll get started in a seated position, much like I am, with the option, alternatively, to tuck the toes under if your feet are feeling up for it. So when you're ready, finding either toes untucked seated posture, you can also bring a block just underneath you here, some sort of comfortable position where we can start to ground. When you're ready, allow your body to soften, the feet to feel comfortable in the place they are. We're going to be here for a few moments. And then soften, shut, close the eyes. Start to send the breath in through the nose. And allow the exhales to leave that same way. If there's any other wiggles you need to get out, take a moment here to find that. And then just allow the palms to rest gently onto the thighs. With your next breath in, feel the spine lengthen. The crown of your head gets closer to the ceiling as you inhale. Pause as you are full. And then keep the spine long as you gently exhale. Again, at your own rhythm through the nose, start to feel your lungs expand into every direction. Breathe in, expand. Pause as you are full. And then really slowly and mindfully start to tune into what it feels like to exhale. Keeping the spine long, feel the navel draw closer to the back. Taking a couple more rounds here, really connecting to this foundation of our practice. Waking up the body through breath, big inhales through the nose, really exaggerating the inflation, fill up as much as you can. Hold all that beautiful breath in. And then really gently let it go. Find a rhythm that will serve you, maybe not just for today's practice, but for the entirety of your day. Mindful inhales that you're choosing that long, exaggerated pace for. And then as we take 3 more breaths here, allow your exhales to eliminate any distractions. Feel your exhales taking away any noise in your mind that maybe is thinking ahead to what comes later. Feel yourself mindfully and intentionally push those distractions away, knowing they'll be there to meet you when we are completed our time here on our mats today. Perhaps one more great big inhale, fill up. As you exhale, open the mouth, sigh, and let it go. And then gently fluttering the eyelids open, we'll transfer our body forward, coming into our tabletop position. Wrists are below the shoulders, knees below hips, toes can be tucked or untucked. Find comfort for you. And then take a moment to sway the hips from right to left. Big breath in, fill up first. Exhale, draw the hips down to the right side. Feel a stretch down the sides of the quads into the glutes. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale over to the left. We'll do this 2 more times on each side. Breathe in, come to center. Exhaling over to the right. Inhaling back up. Again, over to the left. Move with your breath for 1 more round. A gentle reminder that I cue movements with breath today, but as much as you can, really allow your breath to cue when you move. And then meeting back together in tabletop when you get there. We'll move through 5 cats, 5 cows. Gently dropping the navel as you inhale, maybe a bend to the elbows, chin tilts high. And then as you exhale, arch the spine the other way, really pull it up, navel towards your back, tuck the chin in. Again, inhaling, round down into your cow belly form. Exhale, arch the back, tuck the chin in. 3 more at your own pace. And then with 1 more to go, maybe you hold or accentuate each pose, really dipping low in your cow belly. Hold as you are filled. And then really arch up. Feel the navel draw towards your spine. Again, hold as you're completely empty. And then inhale back to your tabletop position. Take a moment here to spread the knees just a little bit wider than the hips. Activate in the core. So feel your navel drawing again close to the spine, really strong center space. And with your next inhale breath, reach the right arm nice and long in front of you. Allow it to pull out first, spread the fingers wide, and then press the shoulder back in. Looking down at your mat, strong core. With your next inhale, extend the left leg long and behind you. So opposite hand to foot, really reaching away. With a flexion into the left foot, keep the hips square towards the mat, gaze is low. 2 more big breaths. Your next exhale, lower back to your tabletop position. And then start to set up for the other side. Keeping the right hand low this time, left arm sends ahead, spread the fingers wide, gaze is down at your mat. Remembering to again plug the shoulder back in on the left side, and then when you're ready, extending the right leg long and behind you. Active center space here, firing up in the core. Take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. When you're ready, exhaling back to your tabletop, and then choosing what you'd like to take here. Maybe it's a cat or a cow, or maybe you sway the hips from right to left. A mindful reset for you. And then coming back to our glutes meeting our heels. Choice again is yours. Toes can be tucked or untucked. You want to really waken up the feet today. Tuck the toes under. As you start to walk yourself backwards, glutes meet heels. We're only here for a short time. With your next inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. As you exhale, draw the fingers low, arms stay lifted. Breathe in this time to peel the fingers all the way up, shine the palms forward. Exhale, draw the fingers low, nice. Again, inhale, fingers come up. Exhale, lower them down. Last time, inhale, fingers come up. Exhale, start to walk your hands forward, land on the mat, untuck your toes if they've been tucked, and then send the hips backwards, glutes to meet the heels, hands behind your hips, and we'll just peel the knees off of the mat to get a counter stretch. Feeling the feet wakening up. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, start to come back forward to your tabletop position, and we'll add on to where we started before. From our tabletop, right arm and left leg extend away from each other. You can stay just as we were last round, focusing on stillness and breath. Or as you next breathe out, draw the elbow and knee together. Look towards that connection, hold. Inhale to get long. Extend the hand and foot away. Again, exhale, knee to elbow, squeeze in the tummy. Inhale to extend, reach long. And 1 more time, knee to elbow. Inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale, tabletop position. Switching sides, left arm, right leg, extend them away. Flexing in the right foot. Option to hold here like you were before if that felt best for your body. Or for 3 rounds with me, exhaling knee to elbow. Inhaling to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Last one, draw the knee in. Inhale to extend, and then tabletop position. Rebound again in a way that feels good for you. And then we'll come to our very first downward facing dog together. Spreading the fingers really wide, step the palms forward, tuck the toes under, and start by drawing the chest towards the quads. We're going to keep a gentle bend into the knees for the entire duration of this lift. When you're ready, knees come off of the mat, sending your hips high into the sky. Activate in your shoulder blade space. And then once you're in that upside down V shape, pedal out, bending one knee and then the other. Coming back to stillness in your downward facing dog. Draw the feet to touch at the back of your mat. Inhale to reach the right leg high towards the sky, and then bend into the knee as you stack the right hip on top of the left. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the foot to meet the left. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Bend in the knee, stack your hip, really open up. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming onto the tippy toes on both feet, bend in the knees, gaze forward. Make a nice big step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale to fold 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. And again, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, release and come down. Inhale to bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up, come to a stand, reach high to the sky. Gaze up, palms come to touch, exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Again, inhale, reach the arms high when you get there. Catch the right wrist, stay long in the spine and fold to the left. Breathe out. Inhale, reach all the way back up, switch your clasp, grabbing onto the left wrist, fold to the right. Inhale to reach up, let go of your wrists. Exhale, hinge at the hips, swan dive all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plant your hands, stepping both feet back. We'll move slowly here through our first vinyasa, taking most of the modifications. So starting first in a strong plank position, hinge yourself forward so your shoulders are beyond your wrists. And then without adjusting anything else, just drop the knees down to the mat. Activating in the core, take a big breath in. Exhale to bend your elbows so that they head towards your hips. Lower your chest all the way to the earth. Untucking the toes here. Breathe in, press the palms and feet into the mat. And just lift the chest as far as your body feels up to today. With your next exhale, tucking the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out when you get here or find stillness, whatever feels best for you. Again, coming onto our tippy toes with your next inhale, lift your heels, bend in your knees, take a long step to the top of your mat, forward fold, moving a little quicker this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. And inhale to stand. Really root into your feet, reach the arms all the way up. Gaze up, palms come to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to twist in the center body here. Inhale, reach up first. As you breathe out, left arm forward, right arm back, palms face the earth. Gaze over your right middle finger. Inhale, come back up. Switch sides. Right arm forward, left arm back, palms down, look behind you. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Again, left arm forward, right arm back, look back. Inhale, reach, and switch sides. Right arm forward, left arm back, gaze behind you. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, swan dive forward, come all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to plant your hands, again moving through our vinyasa. You can take that variation we did last time, or this time keep the knees lifted, hinging forward when you next exhale. Lower the body all the way to the earth. We'll come onto our bellies, untucking the toes, lift the chest, gaze up, and then tucking the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we used our cobra pose that time. We'll go through a vinyasa once more, this time using upward facing dog, and then choice is yours for the rest of today, which variation you would like to take. With your next inhale, again onto your tippy toes, bend into your knees, gaze forward, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale to stand tall, sweep the arms high to the sky. Hands to heart center, breathe out. And then again, reach all the way up. Maybe a little back bend here. As you hinge from the hips, come all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back. Choosing one of those first 2 variations we took, or trying a full vinyasa here with me, hinging forward. As you next exhale in one piece, lower down, hovering here though at the bottom, untucking your toes. breathing in to lift the chest. Keep the thighs hovering, press the top of the feet in, and then exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Nice work. Couple big breaths in and out. Now we start to get into the hips. We'll continue to offer the chance to move through vinyasas, but at any point you can simply skip it and meet us in downward facing dog. Your next inhale breath, feet are touching at the back of your mat. The right leg comes high to the sky, stacking in the hips like we did earlier. Open them up, bend the right knee, and then square the hip back down. Step the right foot all the way to the top of your mat, coming into a low lunge position. Feet are hip distance apart, left knee lowers to the earth. Inhale, arms lift up. Low lunge. Notice your shoulders squeeze to the ears. Allow them to melt down the spine. Take 2 big breaths here. Next, exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left hand stays, right arm and gaze to the sky. Exhale, the right hand comes down on the outside of the right foot, and then we'll play with a full lunge variation, our crescent lunge. If you're coming along for this, lifting the back knee up, but if you'd rather, you can keep it low to the earth, low lunge again. Firing up in the back leg if you're coming to crescent lunge. When you're ready, rooting into both of your feet, lift the torso, and then reach the arms high. Feel the fire in this pose. The right quad is working hard. Shoulder blades are melting down the spine. Keep breathing. Now we're going to come into chair pose. You have an option to come into chair pose right from here. If you're in your low lunge, you'll just bring your hands to frame your right foot and step to the top of your mat. Same as possible from here too, or you can come along with me, grounding in the right foot. Step the left foot to meet the right. Keep the glutes low. Sink a little deeper as you next breathe out. Keep the arms lifted. At any point, if it becomes uncomfortable, you can try opening up to cactus. Round the tailbone under. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. Nice work. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, and then choose if you'd like to take a vinyasa, what kind it's going to be. With your exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Starting to feel warm in the body, hopefully. Muscles are working hard, joints are waking up. Again, feet touching at the back of your mat. With your next inhale, left leg high to the sky. Stacking your hips open. And then squaring off the hips, step the left foot through. Low lunge to start. Hip distance apart here. Left knee down to the earth. And then an inhale brings the arms all the way up. Couple big breaths here. Next, exhale, hands down to the earth. Left one's going to lift, right hand stays. Twist. All right, here we go again. Option, come again to your low lunge, or picking up the right knee, fire up in the right thigh. On the ball of your right foot, when you're ready, lift the torso first, and then inhale the arms to fly high. Starting to think about how you're going to make your way into your chair pose. When you are ready, with an inhale breath, stepping the right foot to meet the left, all the way at the top, tucking the tailbone under, sink low for 3 breaths. Use your third exhale to fold up the hips, come all the way down. Nice work. Now, if they're not already, bring the feet to touch. Find a halfway lift with your next breath. Exhale to come down. Keep the left foot where it is. Lunge the right foot all the way back, as if you were landing on a tightrope or a balance beam. And then drop the right heel. We're coming into a warrior 2. Right foot is perpendicular to the left, and then inhale, arms all the way up. Looking over the left fingertips, take a moment to find a little bit of stability here. Ground into both of your feet. Big inhales, big exhales. With your next breath in, straighten into the left leg. We'll come into triangle pose for 3 breaths. Reach forward, send the left arm down, right arm up. Option to hover here using your core. You can bring your left hand down to the mat, or if you have a block, placing your hand on the block to give a little bit more lift. We want our hips to be stacked here, shoulders aligned with each other, maybe gazing up to the sky. Nice work. With your next exhale, fold all the way to the center here, coming into a wide straddle. Turn the toes outwards, and then allow the head to come heavy. Again, maybe your hands come to the mat if that's within reach. You can use a block. Anywhere that allows your upper body to feel supported while there's a stretch in the lower body. Option to stay as you are, feeling the back sides of the legs opening up here, or grabbing your hands, interlacing your fingers at the small of your back, and then start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. From here, taking it one step further, if it works for you, starting to draw the head really close to the earth as your fingertips try to come further overhead, reaching for the ground. Feel the opening up in the shoulder blade space, while the legs are working hard to keep you here. With your next breath out, wherever you are, slowly release the hands down to the mat and start to walk over to the right foot. We're coming into Warrior 2 on the other side, so turn the toes on the right foot to face the back of the mat, and then make the left foot perpendicular to the front. Arms up to a T shape, breathe in. Exhale to sink nice and deep into the front knee. Again, holding here for a few moments. We're grounding into both feet. A really great hip opening posture. With your next inhale, straightening into the front leg, coming into triangle pose, hinge forward, right arm down, left arm up. Now as you grow in this posture, your bottom hand might come to the outside of your front leg, really focusing on the top hip being right on top of the bottom as much as possible, shoulders stacked too. Nice work. Take one more breath in. And exhale. Again, come down to that nice wide straddle. Second and last time we're here. Option just to hang the head heavy or come into a deeper stretch here, walking the hands towards the right ankle. Maybe you bring the left hand to the right ankle and then right arm and gaze to the sky. Feel a bit of a twist. Or maybe you're just holding on to the right leg with both hands, or again, option to be in center. One more inhale. Exhale to fold down to the middle, and then walk your hands over to the left. Same thing, you can stay in the middle if that's best for you, or perhaps your right hand meets your left ankle, left arm and gaze to the sky. With your next breath out, bending into the left knee a little, hands come back towards your left foot, planting your hands, coming to our plank position once again. Left foot meets the right at the back. And then option to take a vinyasa, hinging forward. When you're ready, breathe out, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Couple of moments in this posture. Scan from fingers to toes, fire up in the shoulder blade space. And then see if, as you exhale, the heels are ready to sink a little deeper towards the mat. With your next exhale breath, lower the knees to the earth, returning to your tabletop position. Allow the hips to sway from right to left once again. Maybe you take a cat or a cow if that's what you're craving more of. And we're going to open up in the shoulders a little bit more. Bring the left hand underneath the nose, maybe step it a little bit more forward even, and then right arm and gaze to the ceiling. As you next exhale, weave the right arm underneath. Option to stay here as you connect the right shoulder to the earth, or you can move with me. Inhale to reach the right arm all the way back up, shine the chest high. Exhale again, come low. Tap the shoulder, tap the right ear. And then one more time, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, weave it under. And then inhale, tabletop position. We'll switch sides. Right hand under the nose, left arm and gaze to the sky. Exhale, weave it under. Option to stay here. Or move with me. Inhale when you're ready. Reach all the way up, twist. Gaze high. Exhale, come down. Last one, reach all the way up. Exhale, weave it under. And then inhale, tabletop position. We'll take 3 rounds of cats and cow before we start to close off this practice. Inhaling, drop the navel, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look up. Exhale, curve in the spine. Tuck the chin in. 2 more times. And then when you feel complete in your cats and cows, toes will connect, knees spread wide, send your glutes to meet your heels, and allow the chest to come forward, landing in child's pose. This is where we will finish our time off together today. Allow your forehead to soften to the mat, your eyes to shut. If you can't find comfort in this pose, an alternate would be coming into puppy dog. Knees are below your hips as your chest lowers down. In yoga, we find child's pose as a place of rest, a symbol to those around us, ourselves, our teacher, that we just need to pause, that everything's okay. This is just a moment for you to reconnect. Maybe symbolically, whatever comes up in your day today, you imagine that you have this posture here with you. Maybe you don't have the space in your office to land in this pose exactly, but perhaps you could come back to your breath just as you are here at any point that the day maybe takes you away from the place you'd like to be. Come back here to these inhales that enter through your nose, and exhales that really gently and mindfully leave. Couple more breaths in and out, establishing that this breath is here and it can stay with you for whatever lies ahead today. Allow a smooth rhythm of inhales and exhales to soften wherever in your body is available to be softened. And with your next inhale breath, eyes are still closed. Start to walk up onto your fingertips, coming back to your tabletop position just for a moment before we meet just where we started. Glutes to heels, spine up tall. Take a moment to round out in your shoulders, and then come back to center. Take a big breath in, exhaling your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, left ear to left shoulder, breathe out. Inhaling back to center, keep the spine long. Take a big breath in as you sweep the arms high towards the sky. Palms come to touch as you gaze up, even though eyes are still shut. As you breathe out, palms lower down, hands to heart center, thumbs resting onto your sternum. A moment here to find gratitude for yourself for making this choice here today. To start with this practice by breathing, moving, being in choice to how your body operates as you navigate through the beautiful day that awaits you. From my heart to yours, I wish you a gorgeous day and thank you for being here. Together we'll take this final breath in, sitting up tall. Bowing forward, together we say, Namaste. Thanks again for joining in for today's class. As this community online continues to grow, we're hoping that you'll be a part of it. If you haven't already, subscribe here so that you can grow along with us. See you again soon.